Marathon just dropped its first set of patch notes that make some massive changes to the base game. So first up, we have the item economy. They increase the number of med cabinets and munition crates that can spawn on perimeter. This is actually a pretty solid change, especially for newer players, as perimeter is a basic starting map. So just having more med cabinets for more heals and consumables and more munition crates for more ammo just kind of lets people learn the game and stay on the map a little bit longer without having to feeling like you have to extract because you ran out of all your mats. Next up, same thing here. They increased the amount of starting ammo and sponsored kits. It's not all sponsored kits, but these three are primarily the ones that you can use a lot in the early game. So overall, great change. Reduce the frequency of UESC Grenadiers drop of the EMP grenades. All right, next up we have combat. Fixed an issue where players could sometimes die instantly in confinement events. That sounds like a crazy bug. Happy they fixed it. Fixed an issue where the shield break screen effects could constantly play when you had a heal over time effect and a damage over time effect on you at the same time. Sounds like a crazy jarring bug. I'm really happy they fixed that. Increase the range gunfire and explosions can be heard from. Okay, this is actually a massive change, like a potentially game-changing change. From just playing the server slam outright, I didn't think the gunshots and other explosions, the range that you could hear that, I did not think it was that high. You pretty much had to be in the POI or at least running up to it to hear shots or anything like that. So this could be a good change. We don't have any values here, so we don't actually know how much it's being increased. So if it's just a little bit, maybe it won't affect that much. But I mean, this is pretty big. Like if you can hear people from pretty much other POIs, this will allow for a lot more third partying, and you'll probably see a lot of people kind of converge on the same points on the map. So we'll have to see how this plays out, but it could be interesting. I'm kind of all for it for now, and I'm assuming if it's terrible, they'll hopefully revert it. This is also going to be a very interesting change for Outpost, because right now I thought the gunshots were pretty much able to be heard on almost everywhere on Outpost. You can hear things. If you're on one side of the map, you can hear something on the other side of the pinwheel. If they're shooting, you can hear people inside the pinwheel if they're shooting PvE. Like you can hear gunshots pretty much all over the map. So having this gunfire and explosions sound be increased even more, I don't know how that's gonna play out on Outpost. I guess we'll have to see. But that is gonna be a very interesting change for that. I think this change will help out Dire Marsh a lot when it comes to finding teams. But for Outpost specifically, I imagine the fights are gonna be over even quicker now in terms of people winning the map just from the first couple of minutes outright. Like I think every team on the map is gonna hear shots and just all converge on the same spot, and it's gonna be like 3v3v3v3 with 4 teams. So let's see what happens. Next up, we got weapons. Oh, thermal scopes. Okay, this is huge. This is probably one of the most broken aspects of Marathon. So I am really happy that they're making a change here. Let's see what they did. Reduced visual clarity on targets with thermal scopes. Okay, that's actually, wow. That could, again, we don't have a value here, so we don't know like what this actually means, but this sounds pretty huge. Basically just making it harder to see people through the scope. This could potentially kill thermal scopes, so we don't actually know. We'll have to see how much this changes it. Adjusted max distances. Okay, let's see. Pistols went down 15 meters. I mean, I don't really think pistols were in a great spot, so I don't really think this affects that much. I don't really think most people use pistols for their thermals anyways. The rifles are down 5 meters. Okay, so it seems like the ARs only barely got touched. I think this is solid. I didn't think their thermal scope in particular was broken. Precision rifles, okay, down to 20 meters, 100 down to 80. Then snipers, 180 down to 100. Okay, this is huge. Thermal sniper scopes were some of the most, it pretty much was the most broken aspect of the game. You could just sit back across the map. There was basically almost infinite range on these sniper scopes because you're just 180 meters. You're just looking into another POI at that point. And like, you know what I mean? Like it's pretty insane. So this was a giant nerf. Very happy about it. It pretty much just made the thermal sniper scopes a precision rifle scope in terms of the same range. I still think precision rifles are going to be good, or the scope 80 meters is still pretty far. So I do think this will be good. I don't think it's going to kill thermal scopes, but what could kill thermal scopes is this reduced visual clarity on targets. We don't actually know how much that's going to affect. So if it's terrible, you know, I guess we'll have to see. Maybe this is just their way of saying we don't want you to know what character you're looking at just by looking at a thermal scope. We'll have to see. But overall, some very nice changes. I'm very surprised they shipped these out so quick. I'm really happy they did. Overrun increased default ammo capacity by 5. This sounds like it's just to kind of help new players. I don't really think that this is going to change the gun too much overall in the end game, but this is interesting. This is pretty much the only changes to actual weapons. Nothing for the combat shoddy here, which was another very broken aspect of this game. But maybe we'll get to that. Let's see. Okay, Rook. Fixed an issue where backpacks could be deleted when exfilling the Rook. Okay, that is good. Fixed an issue where Rook's position was not being displayed on the map screen. Increased Cyber Acme reputation gain from exfilling with Rook. Rook will now have the same faction reputation bonus for exfilling that solo players receive. Okay, that's interesting. Rook's combat shoddy will now spawn as compromised. Okay, that's good. Compromised items require use matter fixative. Yes, that is good. That's overall good because I guess they don't want to spam the economy with combat shotties. You can just, you know, load up as a Rook and then just get out with a free shoddy. So that is nice. Okay, this is a very big change as well. Reduced health of most UESC enemies and shield HP of UESC bosses by a small amount. With this change, we hope to alleviate some of the resource burden in both solos and crews when it comes to engaging UESC in combat. The goal here is to allow your bullets and meds to go further without reducing too much of the UESC's bite. We see the feedback loud and clear that players appreciate the friction that our UESC combatants provide, and we have no plans to change that direction. Okay, that's good. So it seems like they're just, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I am definitely on the side of I think they should get nerfed a little bit. Like, some of these guys just have so much HP for no reason. I don't think they had to nerf the shield HP. I think the shield HP is fine. Just a lot of the like the purple enemies, like the commanders, and even the blue enemies, like the grenadiers, just have so much like base health. I think the shield is fine, but they had so much like actual health from their health pool. And so yeah, I think them nerfing that is good. I think I would have rather have seen them nerf this a little more, and then the shield HP they could just keep the same. But let's see how this plays out. I think overall it should be a good change. Contracts. Increased default distance objective nav points appear from 10 meters, 20 meters. Okay, this is big. Fixed an issue where enemy crews can receive a nuclear contract via audio and subtitles from a long distance away. Okay, reduce the difficulty of the UESC commander encounter. All right. Outpost. Temporarily disabled switches access route to the broken wing on Outpost. Okay, this is pretty big. This is unfortunate because this is the route my team would pretty much take every single time to get into the pinwheel. I loved it. I'm kind of surprised they're nerfing it, but let's read the developer note. You're temporarily disabling the broken wing entrance into the pinwheel while we make some tuning changes to it. In its current state, it trivializes entrance into the pinwheel. We are making some tweaks to maintain the spirit of the silent entrance while better matching the risk/reward of the pinwheel. Runners can continue to take advantage of all their ways in the pinwheel, including the additional silent method. In the meantime, including the additional silent method. I actually don't know. They say in its current state, it trivializes entrance into the pinwheel. That is a very interesting statement because it kind of gives you insight into what Bungie's, I guess, developer, thoughts are for what they want the pinwheel to be. So this is interesting. My team, like I said, would constantly take this entrance into pinwheels. So I'm kind of sad they're nerfing it, but I'm interested to see how they're going to tweak it if they want to keep, the same spirit of it being a silent entrance. I thought it was fine where it was because, it kind of was something that teams could fight over, like my team would always rotate the top of orientation where all the buttons were for the destroyed wing. And we would pretty much just try to take fights there. And if we got into 1 or 2 fights, that was pretty good. And we'd be like, okay, we don't know where this last team is. Let's just go inside the ship. And we break the buttons and we go in. So I liked it, but I guess we'll have to see what Bungie thinks about this and see what they do. Rewards pass in store. Fixed an issue where silk balances were not updating correctly when restarting the game. Fixed an issue where bundle prices could be displayed incorrectly. Fixed an issue where cosmetic items might incorrectly say savings when they're full price. Increased the deluxe bundle from 1,000 plus 100 to 1,000 plus 120. Yeah, this is a nice change they did for everybody. I'm pretty sure they said if you already bought the 1,000 plus 100 bundle for $10, they just gifted you the extra 20 that they decided to add in here for free. So if you guys got that, you got a little bit of a stimulus check coming your way. Stability. Fixed a rare issue that could cause dedicated server crashes. Wow, that's good. Fixed several issues that could cause client crashes. Okay. My game has crashed a few times, so I'm happy they're fixing this. Fixed an issue where doors would lock, preventing players from finishing our new player intro mission. Okay. Updated the description of perimeter, beginner on the zone select screen. Fixed a bug where the text chat window would get stuck open. Fixed a crash that sometimes occurred when attempting to use an IME keyboard. Fixed a crash that sometimes occurred when typing quickly with an IME keyboard. Adjusted the location of the IME keyboard to be closer to the text chat window. Players will no longer see an extended black screen during the map load sequence. Okay, that's nice. What are your thoughts on Marathon's first patch notes? Let me know in the comments below if you think they hit the nail on the head or if there's still a lot that needs to be fixed. If you enjoyed this video, leaving a like down below would be greatly appreciated, and be sure to subscribe for more Marathon news and guides.